Welcome in, everybody, once again to HBCU Huddle. I am CJ. Follow me on the Instagram at @new_ConRadicalness. Follow me on the Twitter at ConRadicalness as well. Joined alongside by Ronnie. Ronnie, what's good, dog?
Yo, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's your girl, Ronnie2K on Instagram. Make sure you follow us. But most importantly, make sure you follow us on the Grind City Media app on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Make sure you get there.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got a great show for you as always. Wait, I didn't introduce Mike.
Oh, Mike, we ain't forget about
you. How you doing, Mike? What's going on, Mike? Mike.
Ah!
There he is.
And if you don't know, we got Kyra in the back right there representing the Fighting Kyras. As always, we had to make sure that we put a face to this name. Y'all always hear about Kyra. Now you can see her.
She took that picture down so quick when you mentioned her name. She took it down immediately. So for those of you who might be new to the show and might not know, Mike Wallace covers the Grizzlies, and so from time to time during the season, he's on the road with the Grizzlies at shoot around and flying. So they had a game last night in Phoenix. They're flying back. So we don't got Mike actually in person today, which I'm thankful for, because we would not be able to do a damn show because Grambling State knocked off Jackson State.
Man, we're going to talk about
Las Vegas. We're going to talk about that. We're going to give our favorite. It's Halloween, so figured this week's pick six. Why not look at some of our favorite black villains? So we're going to do that. Obviously, we are going to discuss some the bigger storylines out of last weekend's game, and we're going to take a look ahead to this week's games as well, starting with the game of the week, which this week is Norfolk State, Delaware State. Let's take a look at the records all time. Norfolk State is 349, 399, and 13. Currently 1-7. Famous alum Tim Reed. We talked about him before. That's T and Tamara's dad from Sister. Player to watch, Otto Coons on the other side. You've got Delaware State, all-time record of 370, 459, and 11. Currently, they are 5-3. Fun fact: Stara, the hit maker, the writer, musician, graduated from here. Player to watch, Marquise Gillis, one of the best players in all of FCS. Is a good week for Delaware State. 7 days. First Take stopped by yesterday. I don't know how many people caught that, but they were there on campus. They have a game in an NFL stadium as well, taking on Norfolk State this weekend. And Saturday, they got their first win against North Carolina Central on the road in Durham since 1977. That was their first win in Durham since 1977. Ronnie, how old were you in 1977?
Can I be like a negative 30? Like, cause that was like 3 decades before I was born. I was born in 2000.
Yeah.
1977.
How old were your parents? Because mine were 10 and 9. 1977, my parents were 9 and 10 years old.
My parents were even younger.
Yeah.
Because my dad wasn't even born. My dad was born in the 80s.
So
wow.
Your dad wasn't born. Your dad was not born the last time North Carolina Central fell at home to Delaware State.
My dad is 51.
That's incredible.
That's crazy.
If he's
I don't
51,
think that math. I don't think that math.
Yeah, if he's
right.
51.
I'm not good at math. And not to blame my HBCU, but I'm not good at math.
That started beforehand. How many math classes did you take at Valley? You only had to take one, right?
Exactly. I was a criminal justice major.
Yeah, so you
I could read. I can read a contract. Hey, as long as I can read a contract, numbers gonna come. But anyway, anywho.
1977. Here's some pop culture references for you. You've seen Roots.
I seen Roots.
Roots debuted in January of 1977. Star Wars. Any Star Wars fans
love
out
Star
there?
Wars. First of all,
you love Star Wars.
I'm a nerd.
You like Star Wars.
I'm a nerd.
I didn't know that.
I'm very much a nerd.
I'm very much a nerd. First Star Wars movie.
Now, I didn't watch the first one.
A New Hope. That one came out in 1977. Ooh. How you a Star Wars fan that hadn't seen the original trilogy? Like, that's the one that gets it all started.
Man, I skipped some stuff. That stuff's long. That stuff long. I skipped some stuff.
You like video games?
I do like the video games. The Lego one, like the Star Wars Lego game. Okay. I like that.
What system?
I got a PS5. Hey, add me on PS5, Ronnie_world. You know what I'm saying? I be on Fortnite, 2K, all that. You know, get at me.
You ever played Atari?
I need to get on it.
Because an Atari 2600 was released in 1977. Like that the first video game console released in 1977.
CJ, I'm 25.
Listen, I didn't know if your
25.
Your dad who was born in the 80s might have had an Atari, right? I didn't know. What about you probably never watched Happy Days.
Who?
Happy Days. Mm-hmm. It was a show that was on in the 70s, but I watched it because of Nick at Night. Mm-hmm. So when I come to, it's on Nick at Night. Mm-hmm. You heard of the phrase jumping the shark? Jumping the shark means something has completely gone off the rails. And it comes from...
What shark jump?
No, you're jumping the shark. But it comes from Happy Days because Fonzie, you ever heard somebody go, hey, Fonzie jumped the shark on the show, and then from that point on, the show was terrible. So that phrase did not exist the last time Delaware State won in Durham.
So they jumped the shark this past week. Is that how I would use that phrase?
No, it would have to be weird. It would have to be, the game would have to end with like 6 players on the field, but they're playing baseball. It'd be like, well, this game has jumped the shark because it's a ridiculous concept.
Oh, it's just off the rails.
It's just ridiculous, off the rails. Like this show from time to time
jumps the shark.
We jump the shark.
I'm okay with jumping the shark
from time to time. Disco is king, right? Disco and at that age, at that time period, that was a genre everybody wanted a piece of.
So, have you ever wanted a disco?
A disco ball?
I'm saying I'm talking about like the whole afro, like the big boots.
No, I never.
The silver.
Never. Disco was not a time period that I rocked with. And then now the 80s, the fat necklaces,
like
the big
like
old
Flavor Flav.
That something minus the clock,
okay.
But with the Puma tracksuit,
the zip up, the Adidas giant. I see what you're talking about. I see what you
zip it down, no shirt with the chain on. Yeah, that's
chain. That's your swag.
That's my stuff. Or an old zoot suit. Those really baggy suits from the Roaring 20s,
like
and 30s,
like Hammer
40s.
Time, like
no, like an actual like suit, but just baggy.
Oh, a heavy suit, like LeBron's draft day suit.
Yeah, but
no, keep that.
But like that is of my era though.
Keep that.
Like I love that.
Keep that.
That is my jam. But you got to go Harlem Renaissance. Think
Harlem
Renaissance.
Okay. I know about the Harlem Renaissance.
With the matching hats and stuff like that. That's
like with
that's
the feather, with the feather in there.
Yeah, throw me a feather in there.
Player.
You know what's crazy, Ronnie? We
jumped the shark.
We jumped the shark. 2, I got me a hat with a feather in it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. It goes great with my suit.
I dare you to wear it next episode.
I'm not gonna wear a damn suit.
You gotta wear a suit.
The hat. I bought the hat because it matched the suit. I got that hat. It doesn't go with anything else.
Okay, you're the accessory for the hat. The hat is the statement piece in itself. You're gonna be the accessory.
I'll think about bringing the hat in so you can get a good look at it.
I just want to look at it.
I'll think about it. Maybe when you come to the house, I'll let you take a gander at the hat. But no, that was a big win for Delaware State. It's been a great week for Delaware State.
A huge win. Like that coach, he's been, like I said earlier today,
Deshaun Jackson.
I want him to win Coach of the Year. I do. They've been underdogs all season, but they've been proving their point like every game. The Fighting Kyra's been fighting.
Man.
They've been fighting.
And
now we got to see them fight this week.
Listen, this has been one of the more impressive tonight, as Kyra points out. This has been one of the most impressive turnarounds that I can think of in recent memory, because Delaware State is not known for football. And so what Deshaun Jackson has done, stepping in there and immediately winning. Kyra's talking to me like I'm the pastor preach, but Delaware State, Deshaun Jackson stepping in and immediately turning that program into one that is respectable and maybe beyond respectable when it's all said and done. It seems like they're in the driver's seat for that a conference race now, knocking off North Carolina Central. South Carolina State will have something to say about it, but if they can stay focused, like there's no reason why they shouldn't be, crazy as this sounds, Delaware State in Atlanta playing for the Black College Football National Championship. One of the things I'm looking forward to in this contest is how Delaware State's defense looks. They aren't great. As good as Delaware State has been this season, as good as that offense has been, they're allowing the second most yards per game in the MEAC, ahead of only Norfolk State. This game should be fun, should be a high-scoring affair if I was to put money on it. But yeah, I'm excited about everything to do with this game on the field, and then you go off of the field, where you've got two former Philadelphia legends, Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson, and they're on opposite sidelines, former teammates. How many times have we seen Mike Vick throw the ball deep to Deshaun Jackson? That seemed like it was Andy Reid's whole playbook.
Yeah.
Like, I need a big play. I need a first down. Mike, just throw it up to Deshaun. He'll run under and catch it. So seeing that, those two men on the sidelines, ushering in a new generation of football players, man, that's just going to be so much fun to watch.
What do you think Mike Vick is going to have to do to ensure a win against Delaware State?
Stop the run.
Okay.
Gillis is just on a tear.
Yeah.
He's having a really special season. Stop the run first, and that's way easier said than done, because way better teams than the Spartans have tried to step in there and stop the run of the Fighting Cowards, and they just can't. They just can't do it. But do that, and then hope to break the game open on a couple of big plays against that Delaware State defense. That is what I think they'll need to do if they're going to walk away with this with a win. Ronnie, what are you looking forward to in this matchup?
Just for them to be disciplined. Like, I think they struggle with that all season.
Norfolk?
Norfolk, okay. Just being undisciplined. I root for Mike Vick. One of my favorite NFL players, but Fighting Cowards, they just won my heart. So I gotta not to preview my picks and all. You see how I did that? You see how I did that? Not to preview my picks and all, but I'm rooting for Delaware State for sure.
Well, listen, since you brought it up, let's get to the picks.
Let's get right into it.
Before we pick this game, this will be the first game we pick because it is the game of the week. Let's take a look at our records. Mike is sitting there at 52-27. Ronnie is at 45-39. Thank goodness for that Valley win against that school that may or may not actually be a football program.
Next season.
And I am sitting at 56-23. No Mike, but we do got Mike's picks. Let's start with the game of the week: Norfolk State, Delaware State. Who you got, Ronnie?
Delaware. I think all three of us are on Delaware. I do apologize about that. All of us are on Delaware.
No, my bad.
I was like,
wait.
Look, somebody get here. My bad. That was me. My bad. But I got Delaware State. I love Norfolk State though. I love Mike Vick, but Delaware I think they're gonna take over.
Yeah, I think we're all on Delaware State. They've been the much better team up to this point of the season. Norfolk 1-7 on the year. I like the Delaware State, and so does Mike. Next game, North Carolina Central, fresh off of that loss at home, homecoming to Deshaun Jackson squad of Delaware State. They take on Howard. I'm expecting a Walker Harris bounce back game, even though Walker Harris did throw for over 350 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Delaware State loss. I think that North Carolina Central comes out there with something to prove, a bit more agitated, a bit more focused, and a bit more desperate, because they cannot take another loss. They need to win out and get help if they are going to win the MEAC. So I'm on North Carolina Central. What about you,
Yeah,
Ron?
I just think that they're the better team overall, especially with that L. Like, it's bad losing a game homecoming. Homecoming, you got that next week. You got to get a win. So I'm definitely looking forward to North Carolina winning over Howard.
Next game up, Alabama State and Prairie View A&M in what could potentially be a SWAC championship game preview. Things would need to work out in Alabama State's favor, but they already gotten one part of the luck thanks to Mike Wallace's Grambling State squad knocking off Jackson State. Jackson State loses a second game, then we can get into some real interesting stuff with Alabama State maybe winning the SWAC East. But Alabama State, Prairie View, A&M. Ronnie, who you got?
Alabama State. I still believe in Andrew Body even after they took that even all L's are bad L's, but that L against Jackson State, that was a great
That is
L.
the most respectable way to have a loss. Nobody wants to lose.
Nobody wants to lose.
No, losing is not acceptable.
But that game put Jackson State on notice. Like, Alabama State let them know we're coming. And I just don't think PV going. Alabama State got something to prove. PV, they've been a great football program like all these years, but Alabama State, for them to be like a top of the SWAC, that's different. So I'm definitely going for Alabama State.
Prairie View A&M, only team in the SWAC with no conference losses. Coach Jackson bringing the success that he had at Valdosta State, 23-5, his last 2 seasons there, with a D2 quarterfinal appearance and a D2 championship game appearance. And they grabbed him. He came over here to Prairie View A&M
winning,
and is continuing that winning tradition and trend. The Panthers are riding a 5-game win streak. The best scoring offense is the Alabama State. The best scoring defense, Prairie View A&M in the SWAC. Right, so this is strength on strength. Prairie View A&M is allowing just 287.5 yards per game, which is tops in the SWAC and 7th fewest in the nation. I'm with you. I'm with Mike. We're all on Alabama State, but I do want it to be known. Prairie View A&M is having a hell of a season.
Yeah,
and it would not shock me to sit down on Saturday at the end of this game and be like, oh, yeah, Prairie View A&M won. Prairie View A&M is good enough to win this game. I think the difference maker, though, is Andrew Body. When you got somebody like that on your side of the field, it allows things to happen, right? You don't have to call the exact right play.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could call the wrong play. It could be a bad play, but he's such a gifted athlete and such a gifted passer, he can make up for it with his arms on his
head.
head.
IQ is crazy. Yeah. His IQ is crazy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jackson State FAMU is up next. FAMU picked to finish second in the SWAC East. They are currently, and they were picked to finish second in the SWAC East and third in the SWAC overall. If you look at the way that the media voted in the preseason poll, hadn't been the best year for FAMU, but they only got one loss. They only got one conference loss, and they're taking on Jackson State, who also has one conference loss. If FAMU finds a way to win this game, they are now back in the SWAC East race, even though they lost. They need help because they played Alabama State and lost to Alabama State, but went out and then hope for help. FAMU still has a chance in this matchup. I'm on the Jackson State side of things. I think they, like North Carolina Central, is going to come out with a different level of motivation following a loss. What about you?
Absolutely. I think that game against Grambling humbled them. They might have been partying too hard in Vegas and the city that never sleeps. But I think Jackson State got to come back this week and win.
The city that never sleeps is New York.
No, Vegas never sleeps.
But I think New York is known. That's New York's nickname.
No, New York.
Vegas's thing is what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We'll have to look that up.
What happens in Vegas for sure stays in Vegas, but
Except
Vegas never sleeps.
That loss didn't stand.
Nah, Grambling took that loss and took it home. I would have too. I would have been talking. I would never let them live that down. I would never. I'm glad Mike not here, cause he the only one out of all three of us teams to beat Jackson State so far. I got a chance. My opportunity coming up.
All right. Speaking of your opportunity, y'all gonna beat Bethune?
Absolutely.
All right.
You bet not. It bet not show.
Ronnie's on Valley.
Oh my God.
Raymond Woody Jr. is having a really good season that's being overshadowed some by what Deshaun Jackson is doing at Delaware State. But Bethune-Cookman is having a good season as well. I'm on Bethune-Cookman. You on Valley. Valley win, you get 5 though.
I want 10.
No, you get 5.
Oh
Next game.
God. Oh my goodness.
Speaking of Mike's Grambling State, they've beaten Jackson State 2 of the past 2 years, right?
Yes.
Nobody else has beaten Jackson State the past 2 seasons, but Grambling State. Their 2 losses are Grambling State's 2 losses in conference. A really good Prairie View A&M team, and Texas Southern, who's also having a pretty good season as well. Alabama A&M defense is allowing 36 points per game, second most in the SWAC, and 444.6 yards per game, most in the SWAC. Ronnie, who you like in this matchup?
I'm getting Grambling.
All right.
I think they on the hot. You gonna go with A&M?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with A&M.
I think they on the high with that. Once you beat Jackson State in an environment in Las Vegas, and then you come back home and then you gotta play Alabama A&M. I think if they keep that same focus that they had last week, I think they'll beat A&M.
I'll believe it if I see it, because they beat Jackson State last year, and then they didn't have
for the rest of this
particularly good season. It's great to get that win over Jackson State. You got to be focused, though, to get the next win. I like Alabama A&M in this matchup. Lindenwood takes on Tennessee State. I'm on Lindenwood. Tennessee State, bottom 10 offense statistically. I wish the Grasshoppers could play a little bit more offense is all I'm saying. You're not going to beat a whole lot of teams averaging 14 points per game. I like Lindenwood. Who do you like?
I'm going with TSU.
All right.
Me and Mike was on the same page. CJ, I'll let you have it. Since you are number 1 in our little rankings right now. So I guess you know what you're talking about a little bit. But I believe in Reggie though. I think I hope that they finish out the season strong. But I hope they get this win this week.
I hope so too. Let me be clear.
You don't hope so. You picked the other side.
But what? My record does not matter in the grand scheme of things. If I'm over, I'm just over. That's fine.
Okay.
But I do hope that Tennessee State gets a win. I also think Barlow was the right hire and think that there might be something there. I hadn't seen much of it this season. But think about when he was hired.
Yeah.
He was hired in the spring after they couldn't have spring practice. That's how late he got in there. He started off behind the curve a bit.
So he inherited this team, correct? Yes and no?
Yeah, well, yes. But it's not necessarily about the team. It's about, hey, how much preparation were you able to do in the offseason? Because that's when you get better. That's when teams make the leap, is in the offseason. If he's coming in right before spring practice and you're not able to have an actual spring practice, it's going to be real hard on you come the fall. Right. So I think there's something positive still there in Nashville. It's just not going to show up this year. Tuskegee is up. They take on Lane. They better win. I'm going to take Tuskegee, but they better win.
You seen the beef on TikTok? Man.
What's the beef?
Man, Lane been going viral on TikTok. Like the football players and stuff, they been going viral about like losing. Because, you know, they ain't won a game.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So if y'all lose, listen, y'all lose to Lane, we can't put y'all in the picks no more.
That's fine. That's fine. My record,
y'all, this was it. Is this the last week for y'all?
It'll never be the last week for me. I love my university. I'm an alum. I'm always going to pick them. It could be Tuskegee versus 85 Bears. Damn it, I'm picking Tuskegee. But my record would be a whole hell of a lot better if I wasn't picking Tuskegee so much.
I mean, I can say the same thing with Valley.
Absolutely.
But Valley over everybody. Valley about 50. I don't care who you put out there.
But we allow Valley to get 5 wins for 1.
I don't care who
we don't do that for Tuskegee.
I don't care who you could put out. Tom Brady and the Patriots back when they was winning guy. It's going to be Valley by 50 every time.
Last pick, big time showdown, CIAA. This will have championship game implications. Johnson C. Smith takes on Fayetteville State, who started the season 0-3. Here are those 3 losses. Benedict, one of the best teams in D2 and one of the best HBCUs. They lost that game 10-0. UNC Pembroke, currently 7-2 overall. Currently, they're 7th in Super Region 2, and they'll probably be their conference champion, Conference Carolinas. There's a partnership with them in the SEAC, Conference of Carolinas, or Conference Carolinas, excuse me. We'll talk about that some maybe next week. If we got time today, we might sneak that in there. And North Carolina Central, a true Celebration Bowl contender. Those are their 3 losses. Boom, boom, boom. Started the season 0-3. Since then, they've been on a tear. They're allowing under 75 rushing yards per game, tops in the CIAA, and just 18 points per game and 303 total yards per game. They're 30 sacks on the season so far, leads the CIAA, and is tied for 3rd most in the nation. Who you got, Ronnie?
Johnson C. Smith. I got Johnson C. Smith. I was going against them a lot earlier in the season, and they was proving me wrong, so I'm definitely going with them.
I'm also on Johnson C. Smith, but I like what Fayetteville State is doing.
I think it's going to be a good game.
And I think so, too, and it would not surprise me again if Fayetteville State won this game. All right, those are our picks. We've got more to come on the other side. We're going to take a look at front runners for the Black College Football Player of the Year, the Deacon Jones Trophy. We're going to talk about that. Plus, we got our pick 6 and more coming up next on HBCU Huddle on the Built for Tough Studios on Grind City Media.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat.
How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it.
I realized I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dome Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Grizz Nation, don't foul out on dinner plans. Hit Sticks Express in downtown Memphis instead. Fresh hibachi, steak, shrimp, sushi tacos, and yes, our legendary sake slushy to keep things cool. Order online with code STIX901, STIX901, and knock 10% off your tab. It's the perfect pick and roll for game night. Sticks Express, fast, fresh, always a slam dunk. And hey, come see us at our Collierville location too.
Welcome back in, everybody. HBCU Huddle. CJ, Ronnie, Mike,
Kyra.
Kyra, can we get it? Can we get it?
Put it back on there,
Put it back
Kyra.
on there, Kyra.
Ah!
There it is. There's the
That's
crew.
the dream team right there.
Here's just
Fantastic Four?
Fab Four?
Fab Four. We're the Fab Four.
Fab Four. Mike is the only one. Go back to it. Mike is the only one not repping his university. He's the only one not repping it.
He really is.
There, you see Kyra with the Fighting Kyra t-shirt on. Shout out to Delaware State. There she go, right there. Boom. There, look at that pretty little smile. There it is.
It's sliding.
There, I know it. There's Ronnie, right there with the crown, right there. And there I go doing CJ stuff. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But Mike is Ronnie's repping Valley. I'm repping Tuskegee. I done broke it. Hold on, wait.
Foul on the play.
I got it.
Foul on the play. We got it. There we go.
So yeah, boom. There it is.
Zoom in on Kyra's face. That's what we want.
You can't. Kyra not gonna zoom in on her face, but Mike over here.
He got the football, man.
He got the football. He got the HBCU Huddle hoodie on.
Gremlin just beat Jackson State.
Next time we do it, we're gonna make sure everybody is in their university.
Yeah. We need to see that black and gold.
Yeah.
For the G.
Because you know Mike got it.
I know he got it. He always got it.
A plethora of Gremlin State gear. All right, we'll fix that during the break. Welcome back in. HBCU Huddle. Black College Football Player of the Year, Deacon Jones Trophy, for those of you who don't know, goes out to the most outstanding football player of the HBCU ranks of Black College football. We figured now, towards the end of the season, this is the home stretch now. It is. It's October when we record this, but it might be November when you're listening. That means it's the last month of regular season college football. That means some of these schools are finishing up in 2 weeks. Others, by the end of this month, it'll be over for them. So we figured now would be a good time, 3/4 of the way through the season, to take a look at some of our favorites for that award. Let's start things out with Marquise Gillis of Delaware State. Shout out to the Fighting Kyras. 849 total rushing yards, leads the MAC. That's 7th in the nation. 107.8 rushing yards per game. Also leads the conference, 8th in the nation, 7 rushing touchdowns, tied for 2nd in the MEAC, 949 all-purpose yards, 2nd most in the MEAC. Ronnie, what do you like about Marquise Gillis's game? From the running back position.
I mean, I think he's very explosive. Like I watched a couple games and seen him run out there. I like him, but I just don't think he player of the year for me. Great player, great athlete, outstanding athlete. Look at the stats. Those look good, but not just for me. Mine, hopefully, has a graphic.
Who is it?
Andrew Body. Of course.
What do you like about Andrew Body?
His IQ. His IQ for the game. Like you said earlier, you can bring up any play. If that play doesn't work, he'll find a way to still make he has a 70% completion rate right now. So that's great for a QB. 1 interception for all the games that he played, even with those bigger schools, against those bigger schools, he only had 1 interception. I think he's an outstanding player. We've been talking about him all season. So why not?
And we've been talking about Gillis as well all season. Like they're both having really special seasons. I think those are the two front runners. Andrew Body, 97 rushing yards per game, leads the SWAC, 290.4 passing yards per game. Also leads the SWAC. So you're talking about a quarterback who leads the conference in passing yards per game and rushing yards per game, on top of 24 passing touchdowns and 387 yards per game of total offense. That is nearly 400 yards of total offense per game and 24 touchdowns and 1 interception. Like that's special right there. We don't see that often. I'm trying to think back to some of the really good the great SWAC quarterbacks here recently. Akil Glass, tremendous passer, wasn't doing this with his legs. Shador Sanders,
great in the SWAC.
Awesome passer. Great in the SWAC. Awesome passer. Wasn't doing that type of stuff with his legs.
He didn't need to, though.
Were both of them mobile? Sure. Could both of them do some things, extend some plays if they had to? Absolutely. Glass and Sanders could both do that. But body adds a different sort of a dimension to what the quarterback position is, and he's having a really, really special year.
So for this award, with them being two different positions, what do you think will make the difference in who gets the award, whether it goes to a running back, a QB, or any other position?
I think as it pertains to Gillis and Body, I think team success will have something to do with it.
I was just about to say it has to do with team standings.
I think it wouldn't for me.
Yeah,
it wouldn't matter for me.
Yeah.
But for the people who will decide this, I think that it will be okay if Delaware State gets to Atlanta and Gillis is healthy and he has continues to ball out the way that he's balling out, and he's leading the MEAC in all of these rushing categories, and he's top 10 in the nation in all of these rushing categories. If they get to Atlanta, and if they win, I think that will bear some weight. The award isn't announced until damn near February.
Yeah.
It's announced at the why am I blanking on the Black All-Star game? I'm blanking on
the
it.
HBCU?
Yes, it's announced during the I'm blanking on it. I'll look it up. But it's announced then. It's announced sometime in February, I think. So I think that they take into consideration postseason play as well. But even if it's just a regular season award, if somehow Delaware State wins the MEAC, not somehow, I mean they're kind of in the driver's seat. If they win the MEAC and Gillis is continuing to shine, I think the people who decide these sorts of things will say, okay, we like that a ton. But if Body finds a way and Alabama State get one more loss by Jackson State is all it takes. They win out, Alabama State wins out. One more loss by Jackson State is all it takes. And if Alabama State finds a way to get to a SWAC championship game and they also get to Atlanta, I think that will play a part in the voting as well.
Who would you choose out of the two?
Right now.
Out of the two right now. Like if you had to announce the winner right now in this very moment, it's got to be like 12:30 or something. Who would you pick?
They would both be on my ballot. I think I'd go Body 1, Gillis 2.
Okay.
That would be how I'd do it.
I'm
just
not mad at
because of how dynamic Andrew Body has been at the quarterback position. What about you?
Body, for sure. Okay. For sure.
Is there another player?
They wasn't on the list, so I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
They wasn't on the list. The wide receiver from Jackson State that came back, that left Valley and went to Jackson State. Yes, I really like him. I really like him. Not that many plays went his way because they started throwing the ball late, but he's a great athlete. Like the way that man can catch the football, I'm gonna say basketball. The way he can catch the football is crazy. It's insane. I wish we would have kept him at Valley, but hey, things happen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You're talking about Nate Rembert, who is currently, I'm looking at it right now, 397 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns so far on the season. Last player that I think warrants is a couple. I think you can mention a Morgan quarterback from Jackson State. I think you can mention Miller as well from Jackson State in the conversation. I think you can also mention Walker Harris out of North Carolina Central's 268 passing yards per game. That leads the MEAC 14 passing touchdowns. Also leads the MEAC 157 completions and 279 yards of total offense. All of those things lead the MEAC. The 157 completions is 11th most in the nation. And for me, that would be how I would do it. I would go Body 1, Gillis 2, Harris 3. But like it's for a lot of these schools,
they are right here.
For SWAC and MEAC and the rest of the FCS, you got 3-4 more games.
Yeah.
So it all sorted itself out for the D2 schools, 2, maybe 3 more games to play there.
If you think Morgan wouldn't have started as slow as he did,
Oh, absolutely.
He'll be top 3 for
Absolutely.
sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And he's that's me.
Yeah.
But he's probably top 3 for a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. If he had started a bit faster, and because he's been on a tear, and if
since that 1 week,
and if they
you was talking about that quarterback controversy,
it wasn't just me.
It wasn't you
just
started
me.
it with your sources. Yes,
I didn't
you
start
did.
it. Maybe I started.
You started it.
Maybe.
You got Jackson State riled up.
Maybe
you got them riled up.
Maybe it was me. But also, if they didn't lose to Graham,
yeah.
Right,
I think that was a bad L. Yeah,
they do take this type of stuff into consideration.
Yeah,
but again, he's having a hell of a year. There are a lot of different dudes having tremendous years for their respective schools. Those are just 3 of them that stand out to me, stand out to you. So if you got some other ones that we need to mention, please feel free. I know y'all know how to do it. Drop the comments in the YouTube, man. I love reading them. We love reading them, all right? Listen, we got to take a break on the other side. Let's take a look at my ballot, and then we'll take a look at the Boxer Robe media polls as well on HBCU Huddle right here in the Bill Ford Tough studio on Grind City Media.
Jaren Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaren, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Did you see the end of Ace's Storm? Let me play it out for you. Storm get the ball back, and it's Gabby Williams, and oh God, you'll never know. We'll never know. A hell of a way to say you lost. Lights are out, take the ball, go home, or don't take the ball because your season is over.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isolo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back in, everybody. CJ Hurt. We're going to do it again, Kyra. Ronnie. Throw it to Ronnie. Come on, Kyra. Mike Wallace and Kyra, ladies and gentlemen. Kyra.
Switch the
Kyra.
camera.
Gosh. Look at that. Look at that smile.
Ooh. Look at the hand, though. Look at the hand, though.
Shine. Shout out to the Fighting Kyras in Delaware State. Let's get to my ballot, and then we'll take a look at the Boxer Roll media poll. Ronnie, during the break, was trying to guess where I had everybody ranked. I would not tell her where I had everybody. I'd only tell her whether or not they were in the poll. Do you want to continue that, or do you just want to see it?
I want to see it. I want to see it because you're about to start some trouble.
I'm not.
Pick it back up. Because
Jackson State is 1. Alabama State 2. Delaware State 3.
Wow.
South Carolina State 4. Prairie View A&M 5. North Carolina Central moves down to 6 from 2. Texas Southern at 7. Grambling State jumps in at 8. They jump Howard, who's 9, and Virginia Union is at 10. Ronnie. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Kyra. Ronnie. You made all those noises and all the shock face. What's going on?
I'm not mad that Alabama State went up. I think they deserved it a couple weeks ago. So I always wanted Alabama State to go up. North Carolina dropping below, but they just lost to
North Carolina Central lost to Delaware State.
So I understand that. And I see Delaware jumping. PV had a great year. I'm okay with it. Texas Southern, okay. Grambling jumping. The only problem I got with everybody jumped and dropped except Jackson State. Even though you said the records, ain't nobody winning over Jackson State.
Tell me where Jackson State should be. Right? Like this that's the Valley coming out. But honestly.
No.
Jackson State, because we're going to go to the media poll, and you're going to see something.
Something drastic.
It's very different from mine.
Yeah.
But Jackson State, sure, bad loss to Grambling.
Yeah.
Grambling State is sitting there now with 2 losses. Jackson State and Grambling State had the same number of losses. Grambling State would be ahead, but they've got more losses than Jackson State.
So
right
if Jackson
now.
State lose against if they lose against who they play this week? PV?
Jackson State plays FAM. So if they lose the FAM and things hold, then I honestly have no clue what I'd do.
Are you serious?
Truthfully,
you're gonna have to drop them.
There would be a Prairie View A&M would have to move up.
Yes.
But what to do with Jackson State, Alabama State, Grambling State, right? That 3-way tie.
Yeah.
All of them would have Jackson State and Grambling State would have the same number of losses. Alabama State would have that 1 loss to Jackson State. So I guess that would mean I'd move Alabama State up, right? Just thinking through it out loud right now. If that were to happen, Jackson State loses the FAM, I'd move Alabama State
and then everybody
up,
else win.
and I'd figure out where to put Jackson State, but they'd have to be behind Grambling because they have the same record. If I'm remembering correctly, they'd have the same record. And they have lost the head-to-head right now.
If it's a 3-way tie, would you go? I'm sorry. Would you go based on point difference? As far as
would I?
Yeah, for your poll.
That would be a part of it.
Okay.
But I would also go by did you guys play?
Yeah.
The first tiebreaker to anything is, did you guys play? Do you have the same record? Yep. Okay. Did you guys play? Yep. Who won? Who lost? Because the winner is ahead.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it. Listen, hopefully for selfish reasons, don't have to worry about that because it's a lot going on here and a lot to think about here from that standpoint. But that's how I would do it, and now I would have to figure out where to slot everybody else. But I kept Jackson State 1 because at 5-2, they got the same record as Alabama State. Both of them are 3-1 in the conference, and they beat Alabama State. That's why I have them there. Prairie View A&M may be too low on mine. Prairie View A&M if somebody had Prairie View A&M top 3, I would say, okay, I get it.
But you'll pick them over, they'll be above South Carolina?
Yeah, above South Carolina State, above Delaware State. If you had them above Alabama State or Jackson State.
Swag on top.
I'd say, okay, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I get what you're doing. And they could, with they win against Alabama State, they could jump up this week for me.
They
could go from 5 to top 3, and maybe even 1, depending on how things shake out, if they get the win over Alabama State.
I hope this happens this week so it can stress you out with your poll. I swear. If the football people, if you're listening, please let this happen so CJ can struggle with poll media next week.
Oh, good grief. Good grief. Let's take a look at the ballots, though. Here's the media ballot. Alabama State has won 15 of the votes. 15 of the votes for Alabama State. Jackson State is 2 with 3 first-place votes. I voted Jackson State. South Carolina State is number 3. They got 2 first-place votes. Then you've got Prairie View A&M at 4, Delaware State at 5, Virginia Union at 6, North Carolina Central at 7. They also received a first-place vote. Albany State received a first-place vote. They are in at 8. Johnson C. Smith at 9, and Grambling State rounds out the top 10 for the media ballot. Ronnie, when you look at that, do you have any qualms, any thoughts, any critiques there?
Honestly, I'm not mad at that list, like at all. Like Alabama State being 1, I'm not mad.
Okay,
I'm not mad. Are you?
Yeah, because the first tiebreak rule, Ronnie, is what?
Did you play the game?
Did you play?
Did you play?
Okay, so Jackson State is 2, Alabama State is 1.
I'm not mad.
They got the same record.
They do.
Did they play?
They did.
Who won?
Jackson State.
All right, that's that. We play to win the game. What did Herb say? You play to win
the opponents you go against and that you lose to plays a big part in it as well. So Jackson State,
it only plays a part in
during ties.
After the first tiebreaker. After the first tiebreaker, we can talk about, hey, who did you play? Strength of schedule. What you lost, but who did you lose to? Is that a good loss? Is that a bad loss? That is after the first one. The first thing is, I guess it's second.
Did you play?
I guess the second tie break. The first tie break is y'all played roughly the same. Y'all played the same number of games. Cool. Y'all got the same record. Cool. Did you guys play? They played?
Yes.
Who won?
Jackson State.
That's the number 1.
Okay.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. That is it. That is it.
But after you lose the HBCU Classic in Vegas, you don't deserve to be number 1.
I push back on that because they did beat Alabama State.
Okay, I give you that. You gonna keep going. Okay.
Yeah, so like that is my thinking as a pollster. Again, if I am wrong, let us know in the YouTube comments. We read them. Believe me, we read them.
Trust me, D.I. Love is coming.
We read them.
D.I. Love is coming. It's coming.
This time, I Love, I'm on your side. So please, be generous, be kind. Because y'all can be kind of mean sometimes.
I don't care. I don't Valley by 50. November the 8th.
You got the date.
I'm there. I'm at the game.
You at the game?
I'm going.
All right.
I already took off on Friday. I will be at the field.
Wait, how you gonna come kick it at the house if you gone?
I'm gonna come back.
Oh, okay.
It's a 2-hour drive.
All right.
It's a 2-hour drive.
All right.
A couple libations. Hit the road. Hit the road. Couple libations.
That's the ballot. That's my ballot. That's the polls for this week. Shout out to Donna Ware, curator of the Box to Row poll, our cousin on the East Coast. We've got more to get to on the other side. We're going to do our pick 6, and out on Halloween, we thought about doing our 6 favorite villains. So that's what we're going to do on the other side. HBCU Huddle, Grind City Media, and the Built for Tough studio.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isolo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
They sold the fit, the culture, the opportunity to fit in right away, but also grow and get better. And it's my 5th team in 7 years, so.
You just want to settle down somewhere.
You know what I mean?
Right? You're ready to lock in.
So yeah, I'm ready to lock in, ready to find a home, and I think the way they see me as a player is very similar to the way I see myself as a player, and that's really important.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
This is still a bad team and a bad franchise. What are they doing to try and get better?
This is not a team that is looking for a playoff run, although somebody, I heard on local Nashville radio, somebody called in and said they got an email Monday letting them know you can get playoff tickets to the Titans. Yeah.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball!
So on Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brandon Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
We back. HBCU Huddle. I'm CJ.
I'm Ronnie.
That's Ronnie.
I'm Ronnie.
Can we get Mikey Kyra?
What's that?
Last time. There they go.
The Fab Four.
Kyra go.
The Fab Four. The Fab Four. It don't get no better than us.
We got Pick 6. Halloween is here. We're going to do our 6 favorite black villains all time. Movie, TV, books, all of that sort of stuff. Mike isn't here, so let's start with Mike. That way we can knock it out and we can say all the mean things we want to. I can't say anything mean about Killmonger from Black Panther. Such a Michael B. Jordan put his foot in that role. Such a good villain.
But was he really the villain though?
Yes, and let me tell you why.
Why?
Because he was selfish. Because
But
if he, the second you could say, all right, I rock with Killmonger. I understand.
Okay,
I understand.
The backstory.
Somebody could say, not saying that I do, but somebody could say, I rock with that line of thinking. I rock with it. Sometimes that's fine. That's what you got to do. The second he became Black Panther, the second he burned all of the rest of the plants, so that there could never be another Black Panther. That let you know right there is not a pure motive. He is fueled by selfish greed and hate. He's just using the circumstances of the world to feed into, to try and justify why he wants to go out there and take things, right? Conquerors are bad when you sit down and you think about it. And he wanted to be one of those, and that's what made him bad.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that one.
So Killmonger, but
the reason why you started it, Killmonger,
listen,
you got every right to.
Hey, listen.
Take them all out.
Some would say, some would agree.
Do it. I ain't mad.
I'm not saying I agree, but I can understand that. That's not what makes him the villain, though.
Yeah.
It's that he's selfish.
Yeah.
He is. And he's about himself. But that's great role, great movie, awesome 6. If that's 6, what's 5 for Mike? Bishop from Juice.
Yes.
From Juice.
Terrible friend.
I forgot to put that in there. Terrible friend, but like Tupac.
Great actor.
Tremendous actor.
Great
we talk
actor.
about Tupac the rapper. Tupac the actor was on the come up. Was on the come up.
Different.
Number 4 for Mike. Mike from Why Did I Get Married?
He made Sheila drive up that hill. Listen, she went up that hill, that mountain to say her marriage. He would have been, listen, I would have dragged him and that little hoochie mama he had.
Number 3, Candyman from Candyman. Yeah.
Why is Candyman a villain?
Because Candyman running around, you say his name 3 times, he pop out and kill you. What you mean?
But the backstory behind Candyman.
Hey, listen. Racism can turn people to monsters sometimes. It turned Killmonger to one. Ronnie, I keep calling you Kyra because Kyra's sitting right here beside me. But Ronnie, damn it, you can't be running around killing people and not be a villain. Just volleyball on that. Candyman is a villain, dog. Candyman is terrifying.
But they killed Candyman first.
I understand that.
They killed him first.
I understand that. But just because I say your name 3 times doesn't mean you need to pop out the mirror and slice me with the
Why you saying my name?
Keep my name out your mouth.
That basically.
Number 2 for Mike. Kluber Lang from Rocky 3. I don't know if you saw Rocky 3, but that is Mr. T's character.
Oh, okay.
And number 1, Debo from Friday. Like, was he a villain?
Was he really? He was the neighborhood bully. Is It's villainous.
Ronnie, show me your list. Let's go with Ronnie's list, Kyra. I'm sorry, we're going off.
I think mine is
Show me the list.
Ronnie from Players Club.
Okay.
Listen.
All right.
She deserved to get whooped to this day. I would have been on her to this day. Number 5. That's actually why I don't like my name. But Stephen from Django, he was like the
Samuel L. Jackson's character.
Man.
Yeah.
He deserved to get drugged. He deserved to get drugged. Especially at the end of the movie, he was making me mad. Number 4, Amanda Waller for Suicide Squad. She is a terrible villain, but she's a great actor though. Yeah. She's really great, but she cold. Like that stare that she gives them.
Shout out Viola Davis.
You know what that's my girl. That's my girl. But I would have whooped her. Number 3, Family and Soul Food.
The whole family?
The whole family. Let me tell you why. Let me explain why. The grandma and Soul Food, she got her leg amputated or whatever. She ended up dying. Diabetes.
Yeah.
The next day, they all ate that big old lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. It was diabetes on the table right there. All them villains, y'all.
Number 2, Ronnie.
No accountability whatsoever. Big Red from the 5 Heartbeats.
Okay.
Big Red.
All right.
I always thought the 5 Heartbeat was a real group. So this was a real villain for me. Big Red, you ruined that for me. But him side swiping the manager.
Yeah.
That was green. You don't do that in front of his wife. That was just bad.
Number 1.
That was just bad. Any dark-skinned man with a bald head in any Tyler Perry movie ever. When I say ever, every black man in those movies, plays, anything is automatically villain.
Got to be dark.
Dark skin and a bald head. Dark skin and a bald head.
The first 2 that came to mind. Mike, because Mike brought him up.
Yes.
Mike from Why Did I Get Married? Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
She ain't doing enough.
Kyra, throw yours up. We'll do mine last. Let's look at Kyra's real quick. We've got number 6 for Kyra, Wakabi Black Panther, Dr. Facilier, Princess in the Frog. That one almost made my list.
Yeah.
Mary in Precious, the mama from Precious. Monique, tremendous. Curtis in Dreamgirls.
That's a good one.
Evelyn
That's a good one.
In The Wiz. And her number 1 is Killmonger from Black Panther. Kyra, that's a tremendous list right there. That's
a very versatile list.
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Awesome list.
Good job.
All right. No complaints from Kyra's. Mine, number 6 for me is Cottonmouth from Luke Cage. I loved him in the comic books. And I thought Mahershala Ali did a tremendous job playing Cottonmouth in the Luke Cage TV show on Netflix. When you talk about somebody's message, like you can see why their message is what the message is, Cottonmouth. But again, much like Killmonger, in it for self, very, very bad. Dr. Facilier, Princess and the Frog, can't be snatching people's souls and not be a tremendous villain. Candyman is number 4 for me. Then we get Sho'nuff from The Last Dragon. Who's the prettiest? Sho'nuff. Who's the baddest?
Sho'nuff.
I also got Stephen from Django Unchained on mine, and I went with a specific dark-skinned, bald-headed man from a Tyler Perry movie or a TV show or play. I went with Charles from A Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Christina isn't here.
Listen, the way I laughed hard when Charles picked her up and put her on that porch. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. And then the way I laughed when she lit that cigarette and told Charles, stop blowing them bubbles. That'll do it, y'all. Thank you for kicking it with us. For Mike, for Kyra, for Ronnie, I'm CJ. We'll talk to you again real soon next week.